right, now it's time for the custom foundation step. Yellow number 3 and peach 3. I mixed those together and I'm gonna show you, I've also added Luminous, which is this pearl, and then also I added Lipid Complex, and let me see, I did, Firming Complex. Now the reason I did Lipid Complex, I explained the skin in this way. So imagine as you get older, your skin is like brick and mortar. So the bricks are our skin cells and the mortar is that filling in between, that suppleness. And as we get older, we're losing lipids, we're losing ceramides. So we want those back in, and I call that's like your skin's fat. So when you're creating a foundation, it's very important that the formula helps your skin replenish that. So then your formula will stay longer, because if not, your foundation feels like it doesn't stay at all, because your skin is really it's just absorbing the water out of the foundation, and then it's like the foundation just kind of evaporates off your face. So that cellular matrix, that almost like that glue we want in between the skin cells, we need that there. It's going to make the skin look more soft and hydrated, but it also helps the products glide much better. Now, a lot of times our moisturizers have ceramides in them, but it's not necessarily enough because, you know, you're living your life, you're going through your day, and your skin is constantly going to get battered by environmental damage and hormone fluctuations and cortisol levels and you name it. So what I did is add that into her formula, so it's only going to help her skin be stronger through the day. Okay, so now I'm going to use my buffer brush again, and I'm going to start stippling the foundation in. Now, when you're using mineral foundation, liquid minerals, you need very, very little. The thing that people do, they always apply too much, and then it makes it look too heavy. It's 11% pigment, so a little bit goes a long way. And you always want to blend down the neck and out to the ear, always, so important. Okay, there's one side. I'm going to take a little bit more. So usually when you get a custom foundation, they come out in a 1 ounce pump like this, and you can usually, we tell clients, half a pump, not even a full pump, is plenty for their whole face. Tip for me. Okay, so now I'm going to apply it. As you can see, it's blending in perfectly because I know my mother-in-law's skin tone like the back of my hand, and I know exactly what colors to put in, but also being an artist, it's easy for me to match color too. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit on her nose, then a little bit on her forehead. Okay. And then notice when I go back, I'm like stippling. So sometimes I just want a little bit more, blending it down her neck here. Okay, perfect. All right, liquid foundation is done. And that formula is going to wear really well on her skin all day, and she's going to look hydrated and dewy and glowy, and it's the color will stay. Her makeup's going to stay. Okay. So next step is we're gonna do the concealer. So now we've had enough time for that Perfect Glacé to sit. And with concealers, you can use your fingertips, you can use concealer brushes, whichever you prefer. I know a lot of people prefer their own fingertips, which is fine, as long as you do a good job blending and you're using your ring finger. Okay. So go ahead and look up for me. I'm going to first start right around her eye, just like that redness, but just very little. Okay, and then I'm going to use my ring finger back and forth to help blend. Now that concealer blended in effortlessly because I did the correct priming steps. You know, I know sometimes it sounds like a lot of steps, but when you get it down, it's in a routine, it's actually fairly easy. It's just I'm explaining a lot, so it will take a little bit longer. But it should be about 15-minute routine. And Lena is retired now, so she's living the benefit of being retired, but she watches her granddaughter and grandson. She lives a very busy life, keeping up with them. She loves cooking and gardening. And she always looks put together when she leaves the house. So we're just keeping that look going. Okay, and I'm also gonna put a little bit on her lid. She loves fashion and she really likes to look stylish but comfortable. And I'm always showing her a look that will last all day. So if she is watching the kids in the morning and then she comes home and they've got something planned and maybe she's cooking and she has people over for dinner, well, she's still gonna look great and she won't even have to check her face in the mirror. Okay. Now, one little trick I'm gonna show you is because Lena has been through so much in her health over the years, she gets a little bit of darkness here. And as our skin gets thinner, it starts to show that little bit of darkness because we have a vast, like little capillaries here, and the skin gets thinner and then we see more shadowing and then we're losing fat under our eye from aging. So I'm gonna use a bright yellow, it's called a yellow corrector, right in the area that she's darker. And what that will do will lessen the shadowing and help pop that area out. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit right in the inner tear here. Trough, a little bit right there, inner corner. Okay, all right. So now we have concealed, well, we primed, foundation, concealed. All right, we are gonna move on to our color and three-dimensional shape in just a minute.